yogis and initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism will be sharing with all of us these Shaktis which we have been initiated into. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiations into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. So all of us will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can manifest powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. So now let's see what are Shaktis, the science behind the Shaktis. In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And manifesting powers are described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are a divine. You need to manifest the divine and not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. And many of you might have heard the term Siddhis. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. So Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the Guru and high integrity with the divine and Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And now, the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Vyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Tirubhava, pulling out the delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. And the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 1000th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva, and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization in the nation, and the great cosmic borders in the nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers were lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace which is never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge and science of the power manifestation, Shaktis, are passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha, which is initiation by the enlightened Gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest these signs of power manifestation and manifest these powers from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, and Paramashiva Vijnana. And now let's see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. So every ultimate truth, Jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, Prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, Prajnana. And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism. In the Vedic tradition, the rishis and scientists have time tested and verified these sciences. So it is their experience of these sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which is the account of the supreme point of Hinduism. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation, where he himself has experienced and done the power manifestation, and the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truths are revealed and explained. The Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and applied science is expanded. The Vedas and Agamas, the Vedagamas, which is a living applied science for Hindus, are given a status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. And now, let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. So we will be first looking into the pramanas of this power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana, the scripture reference for this power, comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natumam shakyase drashtu manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyam me yogamaishwaram. So in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Bhagavan Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which describes and which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swamiji's own words. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. So this is what was told by the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself as his experience of the power of third eye. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So as all of you can see, using a PET, a positron emission tomography, the brainwaves of the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself was measured. And it was compared, the metabolic cells were compared, the activity of it. And it was compared when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye was located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And then the next is the Sakshi Pramana, where Swamiji, the Supreme Point of Hinduism, is giving this rare science of third eye awakening and to humanity is making this science available to humanity for their ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution. And as the living incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And now he is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences through the initiation for millions of people. And all of these people, all of us who have been initiated into this power, and even after the darshan, even all of you will be initiated into this power by the supreme point of Hinduism, will be experiencing these powers and these sciences in your day-to-day life. So now let's get into the Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of the powers of third eye. So we will be back in just a few minutes to witness the power of third eye. So please stay tuned. We will be back.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, now we will be getting into the live demonstration of the power of third eye.
Yes. So now Mamadura is having this eye band. Yes, ma, you can show the eye band. So as you can see the eye band, it has sponge attached to it with two openings, two holes into which anybody's eye will go and stick, and the sponge will not let any light to enter into the eye band. So this eye band will be put on Ma Madhura's face by a volunteer, and she will not be able to see anything because there will be no kind of light that will be able to enter inside. Yes.
Yes.
So now request the volunteer to put it on.
Yes. So now the IBAN has been put on me.
So you can show left, right, up and down, Mamadura. So as you can see, there is no such hole which can let any such light enter inside. So now Ma Madhura will be reading the comment section. So anybody wants to put anything in the comment section which Ma Madhura can read, either numbers
can-
or words or any mixture of any sorts of words. Yes, Ma Madhura, you can start.
Yes. So anyone watching us live on YouTube, you can put it as Ma Pragnana said. You can put anything you would like. The last comment we have is from Yashodharan, who has put Nithyanandam. And anyone else also watching this can put in your comments. You can put in a sequence of emojis, a sequence of words, numbers, anything. And in the meantime, I also have this Bhagavad Gita decoded book with me.
As you can see, the Bhagavad Gita decoded book is there with Ma Madhura. She will open a random page.
Yes, in front of you, I will be opening a random page. Okay, so I've opened a random page, as you can see. And now I'll be reading this page. I'll be telling you the page number and what is written on this page. So this is page 776 and 777. And on page number 776, it says, in the Chandogya Upanishad, Aditya is the name of Sri Vishnu in his Vamana avatar. In the 10 incarnations of Sri Vishnu, Vamana is the 5th incarnation as a small Brahmin boy. When King Bali of the demon race was performing a series of fire rituals to attain supremacy over the universe, the demigods requested Vishnu to prevent Bali from conquering the universe. On King Bali's last fire ritual, Vishnu appeared as a small Brahmin boy. The king, as per the custom, respectfully welcomed the Brahmin boy and offered to give anything that he wished for. Vamana asked King Bali to give him 3 steps of his land as his property. Once Bali consented, Vamana grew from the size of a small boy to a huge figure. He stepped over the entire earth in a single footstep. In the next step, he stepped over the heavenly worlds. Having thus conquered the worlds, Vamana asked Bali where he could place his 3rd step. Having nothing else to offer, Bali offered Vamana his own head. Vamana placed his foot on Bali's head. The history symbolizes how arrogance and pride leads to one's downfall, since all possessions are temporary and of no inherent value. Surrendering only to the divine, to the ultimate consciousness, leads us to liberation. And yes, that is after the one paragraph after the story. So if you can see.
So as you can see, actually, you can see that what story Ma Madhura was telling from the Chandogya Upanishad, where King Bali, the incident of King Bali and Vamana, exactly that story is what is there in this page.
Yes, and I think we have a comment right now from Ma Deborah Anderson, who has put gratitude to you. And anyone else watching us right now, I think the YouTube comments is in the members only mode. So if you're a member, you can post your comments in the chat, in the YouTube comments, live comments box, and I will be reading it out. And now maybe I can open another page. So I'll be opening another page in front of all of you. Okay, so this page is page 1128, and then the next page is actually 1129, but the number is not written on the page because it is the first page of the 16th chapter, the Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, and it says you and me. Human beings are born with innate divine nature. They are not sinners. Whether we act divine, Daivik, or demonic, Asura, our inner space is divine. How do we awaken the space of divinity within us again? Krishna reveals. So you can see
Okay,
on
so
this
as you
page,
can see,
it is the
actually this
16th
page
chapter.
does say you and me, and is the 16th chapter where Devasura Sampadi Bhava Yoga. Absolutely correct.
Yes, and I'll also read this page of 1128. So it has the ending of the 15th chapter, and it says, let us pray to Purushottama Krishna, who the ultimate energy, the universal consciousness, the cosmic intelligence, to give us the experience of eternal consciousness, to make us beings with Jnana Chakshu, the eyes of knowledge, and establish us in Nithyananda eternal bliss. Thank you. And then it says, the next para, thus ends the 15th chapter named Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Being of the Bhagavad Gita Upanishad. Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, the scripture of yoga dealing with the science of the absolute in the form of Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvad. Dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna.
Yes.
No.
So that small paragraph is the ending of the 15th chapter, as you can see.
Yes, and right now we also have somebody called Lydia Vasquez, who has become a member right now. It says, welcome to Kailashan's runs. And then we have her putting, hello, thank you for your reading. I am anxious to learn more. Yes, ma.
Yes, ma. So you're welcome.
You will be learning a lot in this program. And so today we actually have the live Parashakti Akash meetings. So you have come. Yes, and
So
anyone else
today
would
we
like
have
to
the
write in
live.
your comments?
Yes, ma, Madhura, your voice is breaking, so you can repeat yourself.
Yes, so I think the last comment we have is from Lydia Vasquez, who has put, hello, thank you for your reading. I am anxious to learn more. So this is what she has put, and she has become, just before this, she has become a member. And it says, welcome to Kailashan's bronze. So, and it is actually in the YouTube comments, it is shown as a green highlight.
Yes.
And in the
So
profile picture area, it has a L.
As you can see, exactly whatever was revealed was actually there in the chat also. So now we will be entering into the next power. So Ma Madhura, request the volunteer to remove Ma Madhura's IBAN.
Yes. So now all of you can see that the IBAN is being removed.
You can see
Yes.
it's the exact same I-band that was placed. The I-band was not changed after showing it to you previously. It is the exact same I-band that was being put on top of Mama Madhura's eyes.
Yes. And now we will be getting into the next power of body scanning. So any of you who would like the power of body scanning, where we will be scanning your body, you can put it in the comment section.
You can start commenting and requesting for a body scan.
Yes, and in the meantime, we will be reading out the Shastra Pramanas, the Apta Pramana, the Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana for this power.
So now we'll be entering into the power of body scanning. In this power of body scanning, one awakens to the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnose issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. So the Shastra Pramana to manifest the scriptural reference to manifest this power of body scanning is Swadehe Jagato Vapi Sukshma Sukshmatarani Cha Tatvani Yani Nilayam Dhyattvante Vyajyate Param. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Parashakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens.
And then the next, the Apta Pramana for this power of body scanning comes from the life Siddha named Teraya. So Teraya was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. And then Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs Teraya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, and thus he gains the name Teraya.
The Atma Pramana being account from Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam's life that time tested and authenticated the science. On the 22nd December 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, revealed how Swamiji uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go to surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantities in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where balance had to be done. I use allopathy as the second opinion to verify my findings.
And now the Sakshi Pramana, all of you can see few of the screenshots taken from social media where few of the thousands of the disciples who have been initiated into these powers have shared their experience of how they have manifested the power of body scanning. And now we ourselves will be getting into the Sakshi Pramana, where we will be witnessing the live demonstration of the body scanning. So whoever would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so we have Ma Lydia Vasquez who has put she would like a body scanning. So Ma Pregnana, you can start doing a body scanning for Ma Lydia Vasquez. And then we also have Ma Deborah Anderson who has put a request for body scanning. So now I will be doing a body scan for you, Ma. So Ma Lydia Vasquez and Ma Deborah Anderson, both of you are getting a body scan. We will be chanting the Mahava starting. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So, Ma, I was able to see that there is some sort of clot kind of thing that is forming in your calf muscle, which just needs little bit of a wet cloth or hot cloth kept on top of the calf area. I was able to see that it is just because of the not it is just because of the stagnant how stagnant it is stayed. It is due to that the clot is forming. So the solution I was able to see is for you to keep some hot cloth on top of your calf muscles in your leg. It is not physically seen outside, but you face some pain in your leg, and I'm able to see that this is the reason you were feeling the pain, and the solution is to keep hot cloth. And I was also able to see that there is some mist which is forming in your esophagus area. So I was able to see that you need to cleanse it by having castor oil. So this is what I was able to see.
Okay, and I also see her asking a body scanning for especially on the female organs. So maybe you can continue the scan, Ma, and give a solution. And for Ma Deborah Anderson, Ma, I was able to see that for you, there are a few allergies getting created in your body, especially in your skin. You're having like your skin has become, especially like few areas near the hand, like in your arms and then in your neck. I was able to see the skin there has become very sensitive, and there's few allergic reactions happening on your hand and on your neck and other parts of the body also, but in like more or less, but mainly it is affecting on the hand and your neck. And I was able to see for this, the solution is every once in a week, take an oil bath with pure coconut oil, with organic and pure coconut oil. Take a full body oil bath. This will help heal the skin allergies. And also in the nights, maybe every alternative day, you can apply some basma. If you don't have basma, then maybe little turmeric. You can keep the turmeric in front of Swamiji's murti and get blessings and apply turmeric. And even if you have bhuti, just get the blessings from Swamiji's murti and apply that basma or turmeric. And if you don't have a murti, then you can just keep it in front of the screen which you're watching darshan on. And after that, you can start using that turmeric and basma and apply it on your skin every alternative night. And that will also heal the body. So this is what I was able to see for you, Ma. So you can get back in the comment section if you were able to relate.
Yes. So I continued the scan and I was not able to see any major problems in any of your female organs or anything. Just I was able to see that there is the cognition that you have, which is stopping you from, you feel that you might not be able to give something because of which you have, you don't have faith in yourself. So this is the only problem I was able to see, but there is no major problem that you're facing in the female organs. I was able to see that you have to, whatever I was able to see about the leg and esophagus is the only problem I was able to see in your body.
Okay, so Ma Lydia Vasquez, you can get back in the comment section, Ma. And I also see Ma Anna C has requested for a body scan. So yes, Ma, I will now be doing a body scanning for you. Ma Anna C, we will be doing a body scanning for you now. Okay, yes. So Ma Anna C, I was able to see that for you, there's in your body there's a lot of like your body is not able to breathe completely. That's because all the pores of your body and even the nasal part, everything is being is getting covered little by some toxins which is being created around you and pollution which is being created around you. So I was able to see that you have to very regularly clean the you have to clean your first at least once or twice, clean your body intensely, and after that start doing pranayama every day. Any pranayama, you can do the Trinetra Kumbhaka or any pranayama which you are comfortable in. You can do that pranayama every day. You can start doing it, and that will help clean the nasal path, and also the it will also slowly clean and open your pores for your entire body to breathe. And also try unclutching every day for try the process of unclutching every day for maybe 10 minutes. That will also help you a lot. And one more thing I was able to see is it's actually connected to your body, your entire body not being able to breathe. So because of that, even your stomach, I was able to see especially the left side of your stomach, it is getting affected. Like the stomach wall over there, there's like small patches forming, small black or gray patches which are forming there, especially on the left side of the stomach. So that also you will have to you can do the panchakriya, or you can have neem juice every day in the morning. That will help to clean the stomach also. And also apply little from outside. You don't have you can of course drink castor oil also, but along with that you can heat up the castor oil a little bit and apply it on the left side of your stomach outside, and allow the oil to get into your body. Don't completely rub it, just apply there and let your body soak the oil by itself. So that will also help in healing your body. So you can also get back in the comments. And I now see Ma Deborah Anderson who has put thank you, correct. Thank you. And Ma Lydia Vasquez has also put thank you. I was on my knees watching the video and my legs were hurting. Okay, yes, Ma. Thank you, Ma Deborah Anderson and Ma Lydia Vasquez for getting back. And Ma Anna C, you can also get back in the comment section, Ma. And now with this, everyone else would like a body scanning, and everyone else who's watching us right now, we will be coming to the conclusion of this. Yes, I see Ma Ainar's Avatans who has put for body scanning. Now in the interest of time, we will have to move on to the next segments. But of course, every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will be having the preparations for the Parashakti Akashic readings, and the power manifestation segment will be there. So you can again join us and request for body scanning. As now in the interest of time, we will have to move on to the further segments. Yes, I also see Ma Anna C has put amazing, thank you. Yes, Ma, thank you for getting back. And now with this, we come to the conclusion of the session. And we will be moving on to the further segments where we will be learning more about Devi Parashakti. So please stay tuned and we will be back after a short break. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now we will be entering into the next segment where we will understand who is Devi Parashakti and what is the divine feminine consciousness. As we prepare today for the live Devi BHAVA, the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading through the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, let us understand who is Devi.
Yes, so first we will be getting into the Dhyana Shloka. We will be seeing the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which is the Dhyana Shloka from the Lalita Sahasranama. So I will be chanting the verse now. Sindhura Runa Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurate तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीं मापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामणिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
And the translation for this verse is, the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, and a hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus.
And then the next verse, which is also in the Lalita Sahasranam. Arunam karunam tarangatakshim dritapashankusha pushpabana chapam animadhibhiravritam ayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim.
And the translation for this is, I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color, and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hand. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima, and she is the self within me.
And then Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother, and it is in her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and which all of us are going to merge into.
Out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, raising us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
And in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Shrinkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swami, who is in Kailasa, Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness, Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi. As Nithyananda, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion. I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming as two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Ichcha, Kriya, Jnana, growing as the four Vedas, expanding as the five Panchabhutas, beyond the six chakras, filled as the seven Gotras of seven Rishis, expanding as the eight directions, existing as the nine Grahas, blossoming as the 10 Indriyas, being as the 11 Rudras, creating all of the world, bringing life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every.
And now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And for those of you who don't know, a coin is considered the traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition. It can even be the lowest value. Like in India, it can even be just a paise, and in US, it can be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay.
Offer that to Devi after darshan is over. Do namaskar and eat the banana, betel leaf, and betel nut. Take it as prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to the LA temple. This betel leaf or betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment. That really she is there. You will not take the Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality of the sky and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior.
And now all of you can see how you can set up your tambulam. You can set up the 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and the 1 coin. You can set everything up in 1 plate and keep it in front of the screen. And you can also, if you want, you can add a coconut, you can add the red bangles and some flowers. Even these few things are part of a tambulam, but the few simple basic things are the 2 betel leaves, 1 betel nut, the banana, and the coins. So with these few things, you can arrange everything in 1 plate, keep it in front of Devi Parashakti as you watch the darshan. And now with this, we come to the conclusion of this segment, and we will be moving on to further segments where we will be learning about what Devi Parashakti has revealed for the humanity. So we will be back after a short break. All of you can stay tuned.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
we get you health, we get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life, we get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, welcome back, dear viewers. Now we will be entering into the next segment where we will understand some of Devi Parashakti's revelations to humanity and how we can survive this struggle. So humanity is still undergoing the after effects of the cosmic deluge, the Pralaya. Thousands of deaths due to the global pandemic and emerging fungal epidemic, along with record numbers of natural disasters, have taken a huge toll on humanity's collective psyche, leading to increase in poverty, malnutrition, depression, and mental health issues. So what has caused this? Who is behind this? How could we have avoided this? What is the solution for this? In this segment, let us go through a scientific and statistical analysis of Devi Parashakti's revelations on the cause and the solution for this pralaya. So all of us know what is the current state of the world. Now, the deaths due to COVID-19 are actually past 3.8 million. They're well past 4 million. And there have been over 175 million cases of COVID-19 across the world, with the US, India, and Brazil being the most affected countries. And the number of COVID cases within India itself has crossed 29 million people, with over 374,000 deaths and over 75 million people falling into poverty since the beginning of this pandemic in 2020. And as the deaths due to COVID-19 and the rate of poverty increase, so have the rates of depression and anxiety and suicide increased within the country. Over 6.5% of the population is suffering from some form of mental illness, with a suicide rate of 10.9% for every 1 lakh people. The suicide is one of the biggest causes of death in the age group of 15 to 24, and the average suicide rate in India is 10.9 for every 1 lakh And you can see that it's not just the pandemic that has been affecting people. Even many natural disasters have been affecting the country, including cyclones and torrential rainfall. And as this, as the natural disasters increase, so is the concern for a third wave, which could be coming very soon within the next couple weeks.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So how could we have prevented all of this? How could India have been saved from this horrible pralaya? So let us listen to Devi Parashakti's revelation made on the 31st of May 2021.
2022 வரை இந்தியா செல்ல வேண்டாமா என்று கேட்கின்றாய். நன்றாய் தெரிந்துகொள், சொல்வதைப் புரிந்துகொள். இந்த பெருநரகமான கிருமி போஜனம் இந்தியாவிற்குள் வரக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக 2020 பாரதம் முழுவதும் 12 ஜோதிர்லிங்கமும் பாத யாத்திரை செய்திடவே என் மகன் மூலமாய் திட்டமிட்டிருந்தேன். படுபாவிகள் ஓடத்தின் மாலுமியை ஊர்விட்டு துரத்தினார்கள். என்ன நடக்கிறதென்று பார். முறையாக கைலாய நாட்டின் தலைவனாக நிறை மரியாதையொடு நல் மதிப்பொடு என் நிஜாவதாரம் நித்யானந்தன் திருவடி மீண்டும் பாரதத்தில் பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். அதுவரை உன்னை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். இரண்டாயிரத்திருபத்திரண்டு வரை இந்தியா செல்ல வேண்டாமா என்று கேட்கின்றாய். நன்றாய்த் தெரிந்துகொள், சொல்வதைப் புரிந்துகொள். இந்த பெருநரகமான கிருமி போஜனம் இந்தியாவிற்குள் வரக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக 2020 பாரதம் முழுவதும் 12 ஜோதிர்லிங்கமும் பாத யாத்திரை செய்திடவே என் மகன் மூலமாய் திட்டமிட்டிருந்தேன். படுபாவிகள் ஓடத்தின் மாலுமியை ஊர்விட்டு துரத்தினார்கள். என்ன நடக்கிறதென்று பார். முறையாக கைலாய நாட்டின் தலைவனாக நிறை மரியாதையொடு நல் மதிப்பொடு என் நிஜாவதாரம் நித்யானந்தன் திருவடி மீண்டும் பாரதத்தில் பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். அதுவரை உனை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
We can go to the next slide, please. And the translation for Devi's revelation is for this huge Bhimi Bhojanam to not happen to come to India in 2020 itself, I had planned to do the Padayatra throughout India and to the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son, Swamiji. They chased the captain out of the ship, out of the country. See what is going to happen. So let us now look at what the Supreme Concept of Hinduism revealed in 2017 itself as the vision for the Padayatra that was to happen in 2020. Let us now watch that video.
Want to do 1 year Padayatra specially for this purpose in 2020. 2020, planning for a full year. I'm going to walk from Rameshwaram to Amarnath. 1 year with 10,000 people, just walking all over India to spend time with people. 2020, there will not be any program other than Padayatra and just spending time with people. Just walking. Of course, 10,000 people will be walking with me. Maybe 200 vehicles to carry our food and all the other items, transportation. Enjoying the river banks, forests, and time with nature. 10,000 people manifesting powers, walking from village to village. What do you think will happen? The scene of Buddhism spreading will be repeated now. How the Buddhism spread. 10,000 monks walking from village to village. What will happen? That's only monks. Here power manifesting. 10,000 people. The whole village will be manifesting powers. Just want to enjoy India and let India enjoy me. So planning for next year Kumbh Mela 2019, next year January Kumbh Mela. Before that, all the Balalayam, everything. Balalayam is going to be like the same structure outside with one stone tower, gold coated. It will be something like a 40 to 50 feet tall stone tower and 5 Rajagopurams, which will be something like 120 feet. This will be the Balalayam. And after the Mulalayam is built, this Balalayam will serve as a Utsava Murti Sannidhi, where the Utsava Murtis will be worshipped and where the Archanas. See, in the main temple, there will not be any Archana or anything, because just for Darshan itself, there will not be time. Like Tirupati, you can only have Darshan and Arati, the camp for Arati. No other worship is allowed in the main temple. Because 12 Abhishekam is going to happen, 12 Kala Abhishekams. So continuously the rituals will be going on. People can have only darshan. They will not be able to involve themselves in any ritual. Other than darshan, nothing else will be allowed. So all the archana, all the other offerings, like people will offer the archanas and other, everything will be done to the Utsava Murti, which will be kept in the Balalayam, the present Balalayam, present structure. So people can spend time here. That will be more like a main darshan. This will be like energy darshan, where you can give letter, get response. So by next year, the Balalayam will be ready. So 2019 full year I will be conducting the programs and everything. 2020 will be the one full year Padayatra, walking. From next year Jayanti, means 2019's Jayanti to 2020's Jayanti. Full year, Jayanti to Jayanti will be Padayatra. Before that, we will make 10,000 people power manifestors. It will be sannyasi, brahmachari, grihastha, all put together. 10,000 people will be walking. What a scene it will be. I think that is the only way the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma can be done. I need to get into the ground where people can see me, where they are living. I can't be waiting for people to come where I am living. Now I am sitting in one place to prepare these 10,000 people and make the science completely user-friendly. For that only I am sitting and working. So I have given 2 years for me now, 2018 and 2019. So 2020, before that 10,000 people will be ready to walk with me, manifesting powers. We will literally solve every person's problem in every village. The way we are walking, the path, route we are taking, physical healing or mental healing, or it's a too big visualization. How will you visualize? What will happen if 10,000 power manifestors enter into a village and ask people, tell me your problem now, come on, let's sort it out. Understand, 1200 years before in Tiruvannamalai temple carvings, how the baby will be in the womb in 2nd month, 3rd month, all that is detailed way carved, it is there. Which scanning machine was there in those days other than the third eye? Very detailed carvings are there. Even Srirangam temple, the whole carving is there. Srirangam temple gives a week by week the whole picture of male baby and female baby. Any of you have seen that? Srirangam Rangaraja Mandapam, it very clearly portrays. There will be one Rangaranga Gopuram. In that next Rangaranga Gopuram, there is a Rangaraja Mandapam. We have already collected some chunk of 80-90 to be displayed in this Balalayam. Work is going on all of that. We are also going to tell you the science of temple building story as per Agama and as per practical village level, ground level, all that. In those days, 2000 years before, when this Cambodia and all these civilizations were flourishing, two community from India moved. One is agriculture community, another one is business community. These two community only traveled and installed civilization. Of course, kings went, that is different. But the common civilian, these two community only went. So Nagarattar and Saivavelalar. Saivavelalar agriculture community, Nagarattar business community. So wherever, when they go in the ship, the Saivavelars, they will carry that veil for their protection. Once, if they reach the other side safely, they will just put the veil and start a temple. That is why all the temple outside the India, started by Saivavelars, there will be only veil as a Pradhana Murti. Pattumalai Murugan Goil, Tannimalai Murugan Goil, Gedaram Murugan Goil, Nallur Murugan Govil, Sannidhiyan Sannidhi Murugan Goil, all these temple. The main deity will be only veil. It will not be deity. Because they cannot carry that heavy deity in the ship. It will only be the veil. And all the temples started by Nagarattar will be Kavadi. Because they will carry everything in the form of Kavadi. So the moment they reach the other shore, they will worship the Kavadi and the screen cloth covered by Kavadi. Kadirgaman, Darachila, Murugan. All the major temples started by Nagarattar. The Kavadi and the screen only will be the deity. All the temples started by Savavelalar, only the whale will be the deity. So this is the way the temple started. This temple planting and temple spreading. We are going to tell you all this history also as like a exhibition when you come next time to see our temple. There's a lot of juicy information on history of temple building. That's going to be one of my big contribution also, this temple building science. I'll be known for common mass for my Gurukul and temple. Common mass will never understand all this Vidyapadam and life is continuous rhythm, Sami Onnada, all that. They will remember me only as the Gurukul kids do all magic. That magic Gurukul and big temples. The Swamiji who builds big temples, that's why they will remember. பக்தன் சோழனும் பையன் பாண்டியனுமே இதை பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கானுங்கன்னா நாம என்ன வேலை பண்ணி ஆகணும்? இல்ல நாமே வந்து போனோம்னு மறந்துருவானுங்க மனுஷ பசங்க. All these are paribhasha. Paribhasha means, these horse brokers will have their own language. Pari means horse. Paribhasha means horse brokers all over the world, any country, the horse brokers will have their own language to do the negotiation. That is why that word paribhasha got evolved. Even now in Indian villages, these cow brokers and they will have their own language. You can't understand. You will be standing there right in front of you, they will finish the negotiation, and which you can't understand.
So we can actually pause the screen, stop the screen share for a moment and restart. Yeah. So as the Supreme Court of revealed 2017 the vision for the Padayatra in 2020, where the Supreme Council of Hinduism himself will be going and attending to people, solving all their problems, meeting people where they are, and attending to every single problem, giving them solutions for every single problem, whether it was mental problems, physical problems, emotional problems, spiritual problems, whatever it may be. The Supreme Council of Hinduism was ready to attend to each being, one person at a time. And if we can go back to the last slide, please. If we can go back to the previous slide, please. And since the age of 10, the Supreme Council of Hinduism has been enriching people and preparing them for this Padayatra to save them from this Pradaya. And from that age, the Supreme Council of Hinduism has been enriching and initiating masses into the science of enlightenment through powerful discourses, initiations, and darshan. And here you can see just a few examples of various programs that have been conducted from the early 2000s here in Tamil Nadu in 2005. Here. Next slide. And here in, again, November 2005 in Tamil Nadu. And you can see how many thousands of people were in attendance again in 2005 Namakkal, Tamil Nadu. You can see how many people were there getting initiated, blessed, and having darshan of Supreme Concept. You can see more photos in Salem, Tamil Nadu. And here's the Nithyanandam program conducted again. So many people, and Adi Kailasa had been in 2006, and in 2006 Jayanti celebration in Tirunelveli. And in 2006 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, the Nithyananda program, where again many people were initiated. And Adi Kailasa had been with Guru Purnima celebration. How many people were there to receive the blessing of the Supreme Concept? And here are more photos of the Bhakti Spurna program and the Supreme Concept again initiating, blessing, giving boon to thousands of people. In the Dhyan Spurna program. And the Little Ananda program, where the young people were initiated. And the Satsang BHAVA, where Supreme Concept itself performed homas along with 1,008 other homas being performed by devotees and disciples. That in the next slide. Yes. And now it's other programs. You can see the various programs the Supreme Concept has been conducting to initiate so many people. However, the anti-Hindu elements have made it nearly impossible for the Supreme Concept movement to do the re-energizing process by driving the Supreme Concept business out of. And let us listen to Lady Parashakti's revelation on the solution for this, given on the 31st of June. Let us now watch this.
2022 வரை இந்தியா செல்ல வேண்டாமா என்று கேட்கின்றாய். நன்றாய் தெரிந்துகொள், சொல்வதைப் புரிந்துகொள். இந்த பெருநரகமான கிருமி போஜனம் இந்தியாவிற்குள் வரக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக 2020 பாரதம் முழுவதும் 12 ஜோதிர்லிங்கமும் பாத யாத்திரை செய்திடவே என் மகன் மூலமாய் திட்டமிட்டிருந்தேன். படுபாவிகள் ஓடத்தின் மாலுமியை ஊர்விட்டு துரத்தினார்கள். என்ன நடக்கிறதென்று பார். முறையாக கைலாய நாட்டின் தலைவனாக நிறை மரியாதையொடு நல் மதிப்பொடு என் நிஜாவதாரம் நித்யானந்தன் திருவடி மீண்டும் பாரதத்தில் பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். அதுவரை உன்னை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
So as the Supreme Pontiff, as Devi revealed that the solution for the pralaya to end within India is for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to be received back in India with great reverence and respect, and to be received as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and to be able to do the re-energizing process, the Bhava Yatra, to the 12 Jyotirlingas, and to re-energize the 12 Jyotirlingas. Only when this happens will we be able to find the solution for this pralaya. So as we look around, we can see what the great rishis and the Vedic civilization have forewarned as the Kali Yuga, with so much of destruction and so much of death happening. In the Kurma Purana, the sage Vyasa has echoed the Rishi's declarations that the Kali Yuga is the worst of all the four yugas, where man will be his own worst enemy. Let us now look at the translation for that. We can look at the next slide. And the translation for this Kali Yuga is the worst of the four yugas, the ages in all of the world. People are sinful and forget the dharma of the four varnas and the four ashramas. In fact, men are so sinful that no prescribed penance atones for their great sins. The only place which is free from such sins is the great sacred city of Varanasi, the Mahapuri. And again, another reference for in the Kurma Purana that states that Lord Rudra, Paramashivoham himself, is the avatar for Kali Yuga. The translation for this verse is that Brahma is the presiding divinity or Devata, the Lord of the Krita Yuga, the first cycle of time. In the Treta Yuga, the second cycle of time, it is Bhagavan Ravi, Surya, in which appeared Sri Rama. In the Dwapara Yuga, the third cycle of time, the presiding deity is Vishnu. And in the Kali Yuga, the fourth cycle of time, the current age, the presiding divinity, the avatar is Rudra, Lord Paramashiva himself. And on the 2nd of January 1978, out of his deepest compassion for humanity, Paramashiva himself descended into the human form in the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed, if he had waited even one more year until 1979, it would have been too late. 1979 would have been too late. Let us now listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself speaking of it.
And I tell you, O Hindus, don't be afraid. And I tell you, O Hindus, don't be afraid. I am back with the same signs. We are going to be rich. It is not lost. Just the last minute climax before it was going to be put off, have happened. (1979) would have been late. 1979 would have been late. If I had time, I would have sent only ambassadors. Because no time, I have to get up and come directly. O Hindus, feel blessed. Science is not dead. It is available. I have everything needed to bring that science back to life and establish its legitimacy. And I tell you, O Hindus, don't be afraid. I am back with the same signs. We are going to be rich.
And The avatar's advent on the planet Earth was to protect the world from this great cosmic deluge, to bring them to the new age, the Satya Yuga, and to give the superconscious breakthrough to humanity. So let's now listen to Lady Parashakti's revelation on this.
ஓம் 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 உலக மக்களே கேளுங்கள். கலி முற்றி கலி கழிந்து புதுயுகம் சத்தியயுகம் புறப்பட வேண்டிய காலம் வந்ததனால் வந்திருக்கின்றது இந்த பெரும் பிரளயம். கவலை வேண்டாம் மக்களே. நித்யானந்தன் வடிவம் தாங்கி நாமே இங்கு வந்திருக்கின்றோம். நித்யயுகம் செய்வோம், நித்யயுகம் சத்தியயுகமாய் மலரும் இங்கு. ஆனந்தமாக இருங்கள்.
People of the world, listen. Kali Yuga has matured, and over time, the time has come for Satya Yuga to happen. So this great pralaya has come. Don't worry, people. In the form of Nithyananda, I myself have come. I will make Nitya Yuga. Nitya Yuga will blossom as Satya Yuga. Be blissful. For this huge Kirimi Bhojanam not to happen to India, 2020, I had planned to do Padayatra throughout India in the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son, Swami. In order to prepare for the avatar, began the Padayatra at the mere age of 10. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been enriching people, one person at a time, with the truth of the sacred scriptures and the science of living enlightenment. And even at the age of 14, when the Supreme Concept of Hinduism took all his classmates from Kuriyatam to Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu to Tirunelveli, his birthplace, it was a huge spiritual pilgrimage, and all of his classmates still remember this. And when the Supreme Concept was around 19 years old, all his fellow monks of the Ramakrishna Math remember the yatra where the Supreme Concept of Hinduism led them from Tamil Nadu to Tirunelveli, Chennai Tamil Nadu to Tirunelveli, his birthplace, and gave them an unforgettable pilgrimage trip experience. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has continued walking the length and breadth of India, reaching more and more people and preparing each one until the Supreme Concept of Hinduism founded the international mission, the Nithyananda Sangha, to revive Kailasa internationally on the 31st of December, 1990. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has established the Kailasa enlightenment ecosystem in Tiruchendur, Tamil Nadu, South India, on the 14th of April 2001, which was the first Kailasa enlightenment ecosystem where the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself was sharing this science of enlightenment with the world. And in 2001, the Avatar continued his Vijayapara all over the world to enrich people from all backgrounds. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism intensity and dedication for the people, even among crowds of thousands who don't know English, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism's voice resonated deeply and his presence moved each one to tears. And in 2004, the Avatar led his disciples on the first Himalayan Yatra, visiting temples, delivering satsangs, and initiating them into the superconscious breakthrough. And subsequently, the avatar personally organized and led yatras dearly unguided individual souls, not to just physical spiritual sites, but to supernal spiritual realms. In 2006, the Bhava Yatras were taken to the next level with the Kodika Yatra, with crores participating and impacted by Nithyanandeshwara and Nithyanandeshwari deities, traveling from city to city. And we can move to the next slide, please. Yes, we can move to the next slide, please. And the Kodika and Ratha Yatra culminated with the consecration and inauguration of the Garbha Mandir, the sanctum sanctorum of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, and the Swayambhu Linga at Adi Kailasa, Sarvijnapita in Bengaluru. And the deities were energized as Archavataras to radiate the energy of Paramashiva and Parashakti to create the Adi Kailasa Sarvijnapita as a ship to save humanity from the upcoming Pralaya. And you can see the innumerable spiritual energy centers in India that were created by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as safe havens during this great deluge. You can see the Adi Kailasa along with the Kailasa in Bangalore and the various Kailasas all over India and around the world. However, due to the ongoing persecution and the continuous assault and attack on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the captain of the ship was forced to leave India. And the Padayatra that was to be taken place in 2020 was not allowed to happen. Unfortunately, the re-energizing process of the 12 Jyotirlingas did not happen. And because of this, we are now facing the extreme effects of the Pralaya and are not finding any relief from India. And the only possible place where we can find relief is within the Kailasa, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up to humanity for saving them. And so with this, now is your opportunity, if you are living in India, to sign up at kailasa.org/Kailasa Care if you would like to avail the opportunity to quarantine yourself in one of the Kailasas, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created for the sake of protecting humanity. So now with this segment, we will be ending this portion and moving into the next segment where we will understand some of the wonderful offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti and how we can connect deeper with Devi Parashakti. So let us take a short break and we will be right back.
Nithyanandam, and welcome back to all of the viewers who are joining us across the world for this Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program, and for all of you, all the Kailashans across the world, and the global Hindu diaspora who's tuning in right now. I'm sure that you're eager, absolutely eager, to have the live darshan of Devi Parashakti at 6 a.m. IST. At 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time, we will be able to have the live darshan, be in the live audience of Devi Parashakti herself. And so please make sure that you take a few minutes now, share with all your family and friends, and ensure that we are tuning in for the live darshan of Devi Parashakti happening at 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So make sure to note the timing and tune back for further updates on the timing, and as well as we get ready for the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Now, we'll be starting the next segment in today's program on the different sevas. I request if we can begin the projecting the slide for the different beautiful offerings that we have today. Yes, as you can see here, we are going to begin this next segment on the offerings to Devi Parashakti. These are a beautiful way to deepen your experience of oneness with the divine and have such a beautiful experience of oneness and be able to ultimately manifest the powerful cognitions of Devi Parashakti in our life in different aspects. Now, the offering is a giving of a divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness, and consists of two parts. One is giving, and the second is accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear or out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of a grand leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. And let me now chant the Shastra Pramanas, the invocations or the Dhyana Shlokas of Devi Parashakti. Indunivabeda karavahni nayanam syad pankaja varabhaya japaksha sarayuktam angahima bhushana vichitra vasanam syad tunga mukatojjvala manunmani swarupam. And the English translation of this is: moonlight face holding the Vedas on hand, fire in eyes with lotus flower gracing and blessing hands, one hand with the japamala beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments and wonderful clothes, a shining bright crown. Her name is Manunmani. Yes. And the next slide. Here we have the next Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti, which I'll be chanting. Dhyaye devim trinetram shashini bhavadanam vedahastam dadanam tavye padmam varadam apare chabhayam chakshamalam divye rabarana vibhushita danum brahmadi vipujitam devi meva manunmanim pratidinam kamatra dhatrim shubham. Yes. And the next slide is the English translation. I meditate on Devi with three eyes glowing like a moon and holding the Vedas, lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments and she is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. Once again, this is the Moolagama, the Manonmani Dhyanam. And now that we have invited and invoked the presence of Devi Parashakti, We'll now be entering into and understanding the significance of the divine element gold. In the Atharva Veda, there is a reference for the divine element gold, which literally gives us reference of the virtuous and powerful properties and qualities of gold, which give us a lasting long life. Here you can see, and so here we can also understand the English translation. It says here, triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was heard. One they call the seed and virtuous, powerful Apaha, the water molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Now, gold is, once again, it's a divine element. And that is something that most of us don't recognize, don't even know a part of the qualities of gold. We don't even recognize it for its divine properties. And we think of gold as just an economic value, with value as a currency, or value associated to money and the economy. But gold has so much more potential in it. And even us, we do recognize, of course, that it places value in things. However, we don't see how gold actually has divine properties. Now, it purifies anything that it touches, and it is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy in positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. And gold is present in all the scriptures, in the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, the Itihasas, and Puranas. In all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundant that gold is most auspicious and purest metal, which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold, and ritual fees were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee, and gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities. And also in the Hindu civilization, it thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya, the river of gold, and in the Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartani in the Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. And temples are constructed and paved in gold, deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold, because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It lasts forever. So now let us begin the exquisite array of offerings that we have to make available for each and every one of you. Yes, so Devi Parashakti has literally made available so much to each and every one of us. And in the Lalita Sahasranama, Devi Parashakti has literally been described in such a beautiful way that she accepts all the devotion of anyone who offers it at her feet. And just for that devotion, as she simply removes all fear. I'll just be chanting that verse. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Ghamya, Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha, Shambhavi Sharadaradhya Sharvani Sharmadayini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fears. We can go on to the next slide. So if there is any fear in the minds of a devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. And here it is meant the autumn of our lives when thoughts turn more and more inward. The role of the divine is known and understood clearly. the need for Devi worship becomes stronger. Now, in this verse, we can see the different meanings of the names of Devi. Shambhavi means consort of Lord Shiva or Shambhu. Sharadharadhya means the worshipped by Sharadha or Saraswati. Sarvani means the wife of Lord Shiva, who in the Linga Purana is described as Sharva. And Sharmadhayini means Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. And you can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your anything that you would like, any amount in any form that you would like today with this e-hundi offering. And it can either be through the YouTube Super Chat, which is a feature available on YouTube for YouTube members to make a donation if they'd like. And also, if you want, you can go to the registration links and make a payment through the payment link as well. The next slide, please. Yes. And the next offering is the Sankalpa chanting. Yes. So this Sankalpa chanting is another beautiful offering that is available for each and every one of you. The Sankalpa chanting is the offering of the conscious resolution. And the Shivacharyas of the Nithyananda Paramashiva Devalaya will chant this Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, and they will literally ensure all the blessings of, going beyond fear, greed, or even lust, and manifesting the higher powers, and living a life of enlightenment, living a life which is eternally celebrating and eternally auspicious. All of that are the different intentions and prayers that we make during the program. And so now I'll just be chanting. Oops, sorry, can we go back to the left slide? I'll just be chanting the verse from the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 34. Here it says, the goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. The goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives the knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. Yes, and the next offering here is the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu. In this offering, in the Lalita Sahasranama, it says that Devi Parashakti is Nama Parayana Prita. She's described as Nama Parayana Prita, which means that she who likes the repetition of her own various names. So this is the offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. And it's a very special and unique archana to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. And not only that, you can offer a gold coin inscribed with each and every one of the 1008 names to receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. Yes, and the next offering is the Mukta Anguti. I'll just be chanting that verse. Mukta Haranala Satkirita Ruchiram Purnendu Vaktra Prabham Shinjannu Purikinkini Manidharam Padma Pabasuram Sarvabhita Falapradam Girisutam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshi Pranaptosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram Nidim. I bow down to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and face shining like the full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all wishes, the daughter of the mountain, and who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama, I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Yes, and you can offer the pearl ring to receive the blessings to be showered by the compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. Yes, and the next slide here is the offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus. So in the Kamik Agama, it's described as all the kalashas should be wound around with a suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. Sorry, we can go to the next slide. The next slide. Yes. So there are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. And almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves a consecration of deities, of worship, or meditating on the mudras and asanas used during the worship. And it involves the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, and the lotus petals. The lotus is considered a divine flower. And in fact, the Shakti of Paramashiva is also called the lotus. And the base of the Paramashiva linga is the lotus. And the disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as the lotus. Now, you can offer the golden lotus of any size you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation in life. And the next slide is the Swarna Meti offering, the golden toe ring. We can go to the previous slide, please. So we'll just chant this verse. Nakhadiditi samchana namajjana tamoguna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. You whose brightness from toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. Yes, you can offer the Swarnameti to Devi Parashakti, adorning her sacred feet, to be in the constant gratitude and receive her blessings, and even in the most difficult parts of our life. And the next offering is a very exquisite offering, Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. And so in this offering, it is referred in the Lalita Sahasranama as well, where Devi is described as Shuddha Sarabhi Varshani, Shri who makes the nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara, and Shri who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And the Mangtika actually represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, the chakra at the crown center of our head, which is, and the Mangtika represents the very nectar which is overflowing from the center of the head until the forehead. And of course, it is just oozing. And that represents, of course, this very beautiful verse where it's saying that all of our nerves, from all of our nerves, the nectar is flowing. And that is the very experience of the ultimate. Such a beautiful, sacred sentiment and powerful cognition. And you can offer this Swarna Mangtika in order to experience the divine, you can experience the beautiful oneness with Devi Parashakti and be able to experience the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. The next slide, please. Yes, so the next offering that we have available is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and that is one of the best offerings here. Yes, So I'll just be chanting once again the pramana for the Pratyakshapada Puja. Nakhadiditi samchana namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. The illumining splendor of Devi's toenails dispels the darkness of ignorance to the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. Now, in Shlokam number 83 of the Saundarya Lahari, which states that the nails have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Now, tamoguna is darkness, and in this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance. And in the minds of devotees and by who are constantly prostrating before her feet, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. So offering the Pratyakshapada Puja blesses the Yajaman, or every one of you, with the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Yes, and the next offering is the Vastra Seva. The offering of the Vastra Seva blesses the Yajaman with all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as well. So as you can see here, we have an array of different offerings. The E-Hundi offering, which you can make for any amount, the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mangtika, the Pratyakshapada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. Now, you might be in two categories. In the registration form, there are two options. Either you can get ready to offer today, or you can make your intention today. So there's a registration available for anyone who is interested in making the offering, or if you need help in manifesting, or if you want to give more details as well, or you can make the online payment as well immediately at tiny.cc/baby-offerings. And after the payment, you can, after the payment as well, you can go to tiny.cc/sankalpa2021 and make sure that you are filling in the details, submitting the details for the puja. So with this, that brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. And we'll now be moving on into the next segment. And not only that, each and every one of us will be getting ready for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. I'm sure that every single one of you is simply waiting for the divine presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism manifesting as Devi Parashakti herself. I'm sure that each and every one of you are simply waiting to do so. And if you are, make sure that you are also taking a chance to share this program link with anyone who would like, and with anyone who wants to, anyone who would want to make this offering and would want to interact, have the darshan, or ask a question at Devi Parashakti's feet. You cannot fathom the extent to which the grace of Devi Parashakti really works. And it can be in a small level, like healing a knee pain or giving a few $1,000s, or it can be literally giving the oneness experience itself and the experience of literally being one with the divine. That is the grace of Devi Parashakti and the compassion of Devi Parashakti. So let us take a few minutes to invite everyone who is who we feel will be interested in this beautiful event and occasion. And as well, I request if we can also show the link tiny.cc/baby-offering, so that everyone knows what the payment, how to make the payment today. Yes. Great. So once again, the live Devi Parashakti Akashic reading will be at 6 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. If you're tuning in and perhaps you're just waking up now and you got the notification, let's make sure that we are getting ready, and let's make sure that everyone we know is getting ready for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program happening sharp, and we will soon be getting ready for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, and we'll be just doing some preparation. We'll be getting ready our inner space for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. Yes, as you can see here, this is the payment link. So you can go and select in the drop-down menu any of the different offerings that we have available for you today, and you can select that, add that to your cart. Yes, and once you select add to cart, you'll see your cart, and then you can review the items and proceed to checkout. And then you can fill out your billing details and your payment details and everything that is required to complete your payment today. And the next offering is the next thing here is the form for this Sankalpa names. This form is required if you would like to, once you make your payment, after you make your payment, you should be filling out this form and filling out all of the names of whom is going to be offering today. Yes, so as you can see, you can fill out this form and then submit it, and make sure that you have this form filled out after you make the payment today. Yes, and as you can see here, this is the form for the intention form. If you want to make an offering, but perhaps you do not know how, you don't have resources or money or time, you can fill out this form and you will be able to get the resources, the information that you need, or you can get the help you want in manifesting this offering. So with this, we'll now be soon entering into the next segment of today's program. And I invite each and every one of you to go ahead and ensure that you are sharing. And also, if you want, you can prepare and ensure that you are that you are asking your questions. What kind of questions you want to ask? What are the different, maybe perhaps the boons that you'd like to ask, or the request for any healing prayers, whatever it is, you can ask today during the live Parashakti Akashic reading. And you can ask through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Now, if you are on Facebook, I request if we can project the slides for the social media asking the questions, how to post your question. We can project those slides and show the viewers exactly how we can ask the question. Okay, it looks like we're getting ready for our next segment in today's program as well. So as you can see here, we have we're just going to show you how to ask your questions today. So here you can see how to ask your questions in YouTube. First of all, you have to join as a member of our channel, the Kailasa Nithyananda YouTube channel, and you can ask your questions in the chat as well. And the next slide, please. And then you can join, you can like and follow on Facebook, on Kailasa's SATSANG Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page, and you can ensure that you are asking your questions, requesting your prayers in the comment section of the live video. The next slide, please. And also on Twitter, you can go to Twitter and you can ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet with hashtag #AskTheAvatar. And on Instagram as well, you can comment on the post for today's live darshan and questions as well. Yes, and if you're not social media savvy, you're not very comfortable on social media, then you can go to WhatsApp and ask your questions. You can reach us on WhatsApp through kailasa.org. You can reach and you can ask your questions to Devi Parashakti, and with her grace, you will be bestowed with her blessings. There's also a live chat option on the kailasa.org website as well, which you can have and use. Yes. So this brings us to a conclusion of this segment of today's program, and we'll be moving on to the next segment and then getting ready for the live darshan of Devi Parashakti. Thank you, Ma Dayami Swami, for joining us today for this next segment. Now, you can go ahead and explain to each and every one of the viewers about the Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham, the various contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through Adi Kailash. Thank you so much, Ma Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, let's start our next segment with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivan's blessings. Kailasa's Department of Enlightened Civilization presents the revival of temple sciences and ecosystems and Adi Kailasa ship. So let's start with the Sadguru Vandana. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. So across the world, due to the rise in the cases of COVID-19, across India, so many temples which were the history of opening, serving their deities for the devotees and offering the temple services for thousands of years, unbroken lineage of thousands of years, very famous temples are shut down due to the pandemic. Let's see some of the examples. For example, Maharashtra, the Shirdi Sai Baba temple and Mumbai Siddhi Vinayaka temple will remain shut down for devotees. It is already shut down till further orders. The Sai Baba temple will remain closed for devotees. And recently it shut down till further orders, said the Ravindra Thakre, the officiating chief executive officer, Sri Sai Baba Sansthan Trust. The Siddhi temple administration took the decision after the Maharashtra government announced a weekend lockdown and night curfew recently in the state to control the spread of the coronavirus. And in another state, Odisha, the Puri Jagannath temple, which is the world famous, is now closed for public. Keeping in view the surge of COVID-19 cases in Odisha and also in Puri, the authorities of the temple of Lord Jagannath in the pilgrim town on Sunday The famous temple is closed for devotees since May 5th, as a statewide lockdown was imposed by the Odisha government. And not only the Puri Jagannath temple, but all religious places closed for public in Bhubaneswar, as city records the highest daily COVID surge, with the Odisha capital, Bhubaneswar, registering the highest ever single day spike, 581 new COVID-19 cases. Recently, the local municipal authorities recently declared closure of all religious places like temples, mosques, gurudwaras, and churches for devotees from the last Sunday till further orders. In Uttar Pradesh, major Madhura temples ban entry of devotees amid the COVID-19 surge. Two major temples of the Sapta Devalaya, the cluster of 7 temples in Vrindavan, on Sunday and Saturday banned the entry of devotees in view of the rising COVID-19 cases. And in another state, Gujarat, the Somnath temple closed for darshan amid COVID-19 surge. The Gujarat Somnath temple closed for darshan in view of a surge in COVID-19 infections. The Somnath Temple Trust has announced that the temple will remain shut for devotees from the April 11 for an indefinite period. On the other hand, in South India, Tamil Nadu, Chola era temple murtis beheaded. And the news spread on June 21st, 2021. The murtis of a Chola era temple have been vandalized in Pudukottai, Tamil Nadu. A devotee who went to the temple was shocked to find all the murtis in the temple in a beheaded state. He lodged a complaint with the local police later. The Kailasa temple in Kanchinanchur, a village in Pudukottai, is said to belong to the era of Kulichunga Chola II, with Shiva as the presiding deity. The temple houses other deities such as Ganesha, Parvati, Murugan, and Krishna and Nandi. All these murtis were discovered in a beheaded state a few days ago. So, on the other side, across the world, the destruction, the closing, shutting down of temples are happening. Now, let us understand what is Kailasa's temple experience. And now is the time when the COVID-19 is rampant. And ancient temples are in a lockdown because of the risk of widespread corona disease. The devotees of these temples were visiting and having the darshan of their gods and goddesses for thousands of years. Yet, all these ancient sacred sentiments have come to a harming halt after the lockdowns have taken place. The religious fervor of the devotees is being lost due to the pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the Kailasa ecosystem and bringing all the ancient traditions of the online platforms on Kailasa TV, YouTube, and Facebook. Let us understand the basics of the why temple worship with the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivan's blessings. Kailasa's Department of Enlightened Civilization presents the basics of why deity worship. Please understand, deities are not mere idols, they are embodiment of idols. We do not worship idols, we worship the ideals represented through the deities. When the divine is present before you in the form you can see, touch, and relate to, the transformation becomes an easy and joyful process. Second, the deities in a real kshetra are always carved in the form of an ancient masters and enlightened beings. Even though no longer in the body, they can be invoked through the name or form they used while in the physical plane. When we pray to that deity or chant its name, the corresponding divine vibration is automatically awakened. and becomes available on the energy plane to guide and bless us. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that we mastered the science of bringing the divine to the deities and expressing the divine through the deities. The whole science has been mastered in the Vedic tradition. The revival of temples will be the revival of world peace and world bliss. Revival of temple culture, the deity worship, where people are made to look in. That is where the revival of Sanatana Dharma, Advaita Satya, the truth of oneness experience, is going to happen. The divine, the Paramashiva, Devi, or Mahavishnu, have infinite auspicious qualities. When a devotee calls for intense devotion, with intense devotion to save him, or when the world is at stake in the verge of destruction, the divine manifests himself in a form to save whatever is needed at that time. That form becomes an independent intelligence. For example, Shiva saved Markandeya from death. Markandeya was a young boy whose destiny was to die at the age of 16. So, knowing this, the expecting the upcoming death, the Markandeya's parents were devastated and were very sad. To remove their sorrow, Markandeya intensely prayed to Paramashiva. The samskaras that the parents gave him intensely connect with Paramashiva and worshipped Paramashiva. On the day of the death arrived the Lord of Death, the Kala arrived to take away the life of Markandeya. But Markandeya was intensely connected with Paramashiva and hugged Paramashiva to save him. And Paramashiva appeared when the Lord of Death was about to take the life of Markandeya. Paramashiva appeared and saved Markandeya. So he became a lord of the Lord of Death, Kala Kala, where Kala is the Lord of Death. Kala Kala is the who is the Paramashiva manifested the form to save the Markandeya. That become an independent deity. The same way, Paramashiva danced in ecstasy to do the Pantyakrutyas of the creation, sustenance, destruction, or rejuvenation, and pulling out of delusion and the anugraha, the giving us the liberation. These Panchakritya, the 5 cosmic actions, Paramashiva does it with dancing casually. The cosmic dancer is called Nataraja. So Paramashiva's dancing form of Nataraja becomes an independent deity. Mahavishnu's very action of showering blessings on the world becomes Lakshmi. Same way, Brahma's very action of constantly sharing wisdom becomes Saraswati. So each of the actions of the ultimate becomes the independent intelligence and energy. When you connect these independent energies, those deities, whatever you want, immediately happens. So, whatever result you want, worship with rites, those divine energies who are the personification of those specific actions. Immediate results are achieved by connecting with those deities in this world. This can be a powerful method through which you can achieve whatever you want in life. Join the Kailasa's COVID protection centers and register now through the link below, https:// kailasa.org/ Kailasa care. The link is projected on the screen. Now let us see Kailasa's temple ecosystems. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradayas, all the spiritual ecosystems, sampradayas is traditions, and all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived and established in such a way it never gets lost again. They're forever serving the humanity, says the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on 6 January 2019. Revival of Hinduism's temple ecosystems. Let's listen from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's own voice.
I am going to revive Hinduism by setting up a model community, enlightenment ecosystem. I am going to create absolutely from the scratch newly self-sustaining, temple-based, Hindu ancient enlightenment ecosystem and civilization based on that. Understand? Kailasa is reviving the ancient Hindu enlightened civilization. Paramashiva himself manifested this Kailasa Mandala, the enlightenment ecosystem, and the lifestyle. I am going to revive this whole enlightenment ecosystem, Kailasa, by creating a model Kailasas all over the world.
In adulation of violence in recent lifestyle has enabled disruption in several nations, affecting millions of lives with mental distress, physical health elements, defalcation of food supply, and pinpointed destruction to the infrastructure of several countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has dedicated his entire life and made it his mission to bring the global peace from the ground level through the Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship and Department of Human Services, to bring harmony in humanity, to create a life of freedom and peace for every individual on the planet Earth through the revival of the temple ecosystems. The director of the National Institute of Mental Health, Joshua Gordon, pointed out that the environmental factors present both risk and protective influences on mental health. He grouped such factors into three group types: individual factors such as the microbiome, natural and built components include green spaces, housing, and highways, which may play a role in health disparities, social factors like family structure, poverty, and other social determinants of health. From 1994 to this date, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has worked tirelessly in the revival of temple ecosystems globally. Through the Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, this lifelong commitment to the mission and vision of bringing global harmony, sustainable living, and reproducible ecosystems has been proven in the building active, contributing temple ecosystems around the world. Now you can see some of these pictures how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism built the temple ecosystems across the world way back from 2001. This picture is taken on 21st October 2006, following a meditation under the sacred banyan tree in Adi Kailasa. The peacekeepers of Kailasa, along with children of Nithyananda Gurukul, celebrate the auspicious occasion of Deepavali. This picture is from Adi Kailasa, and this picture that you are seeing are taken on 22nd December 2018. The peacekeepers of Kailasa and the participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in the celebrations of a traditional flag hoisting ceremony. This picture is also again from Adi Kailasa, Bangalore. And you can see the pictures from it's taken in Chennai, South India, Tamil Nadu, on 14th December 2006. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nithyananda Paramashivam Convention, which is also called Libraries Program Level 2, where you'll see thousands of people attending this program. And on 17th December 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nithyananda Paramashivam Convention, and also called the Libraries Program Level 2 at St. Peter's Engineering College, where you will see thousands of devotees are taking part in this program. And the peacekeepers of Kailasa and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embarked on a Himalayan Yatra, the traditional sacred pilgrimage to the Himalayan mountains and up to the river Ganga. This picture is taken on 26th May 2006. And you can see the temple ecosystem of Tiruvannamalai serves as the driving factor in maintaining the lifestyle of health, wealth, and well-being for citizens of Tiruvannamalai, one of the remaining living temple ecosystems. And this picture is taken on 20th December 2011, where thousands of devotees are on a procession where you find the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism waving with a flag. You can see this beautiful picture where the peacekeepers of Kailasa and participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in the morning meditation and the traditional puja or ritualistic worship. This picture is taken in Adi Kailasa, Bidadi, Bangalore on 31st December 2018. You can see as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism distributing the sweet butter, and this picture is taken on 17th January 2014. And you can see some more pictures of the celebration, the celebrations and the joy on the faces of the all who are present in the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the on the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations on 17th 2014, and the feast as part of the Janmashtami celebrations. The peacekeepers of Kailasa distributing the free organic vegetarian meal to the public on 17th August 2014. And you can see the peacekeepers of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, take part in Kara Seva, the voluntary contribution of physical service towards the cleaning or construction of the sacred Hindu temple. This picture is taken in Adi Kailasa, Bidadi, Bangalore, and taken on 11th September 2016. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, arrives with the volunteers and Kailasa's peacekeepers to provide relief efforts to the cyclone hit Pondicherry region through distribution of food, water, and basic necessities, medical camps, and clearing of the local roads for further relief efforts. This picture is taken in Pondicherry, India, on 2nd January 2013. And you can see the Thane flood relief food preparations and at Pondicherry on 4th January 2012. On 3rd January 2012, the Pondicherry Thane flood relief medical camps. Now, the Kailasa's ecosystems around the world can see the widespread ecosystems of Kailasa across the globe, across the continents. Way back in 1994, Kailasa and Tirunamalai is traditionally passed on to the hands of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. In 2017, right side you see the picture where Kailasa in Tirunamalai receiving the visitors and delegates for the Kalpataru meditation workshop and Shiva Diksha. You can see the picture from January 2011, Kailasa in Tirunamalai, where you find the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself directly serving Annadan and traditional temple services. You can see the Kailasa in Tirunamalai on 11th March 2017, where thousands arrived to receive the enlightenment ecosystem and to traditionally meet the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And this picture, you see the first temple ecosystem established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at Tiruchangodu Sarvajna Peetham, which is also called Adi Nithyananda Peetham. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, at the mere age of 23, on the banks of the sacred Kaveri River, established this temple in 2001. This was the start of the borderless Hindu temple ecosystem we know now today as the Kailasa. You can see this picture from Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham in Bidadi, Bangalore. After having a vision of the sacred banyan tree, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established the Adi Kailasa temple ecosystem with the same banyan tree at its heart, the main headquarters of Kailasa in 2003. The temple deities made Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham in Bidadi through the live stream of these. You can watch the sacred banyan tree, which is also called the Kalpa Vriksha, where you can ask the boons that you wish to. And the temple deities Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti, and the Nithyanandeshwara Linga. You can have the darshan of these deities continuously available to all from wherever you are via live stream you can watch. You can see the continuous flow of worship and temple services. And now, in the Western Hemisphere, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established its first temple. The temple physically came to life in just 9 months. This temple is established in Kailasa in Columbus, Ohio. The chief presiding deities of this temple are Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti. The deities are 7 feet tall, made of granite and weighing of 6 tons, and their divine faces have been directly carved by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And you can see the Kailasa in Los Angeles, California, the Western this temple, the first inaugurated in 2005, then established in its permanent location in 2007, houses the largest Shivalinga and Rajarajeshwari Devi in North America. You can see the Kailasa in Los Angeles, more pictures where the Kailasa ecosystem, the temple complex has 25,000 square foot and housing over 80 deities. It is one of the largest Hindu temple ecosystems in the West. You can see the pictures from Seattle, Kailasa, and Washington. housing the blissful dancing form of Ganesha and the largest living Nataraja deity. Outside of India, the Kailasa in Seattle is also known as Chidambaram of the West. The temple, the Chidambaram temple, an ancient Hindu temple where Paramashiva resides as Nataraja, the cosmic dancer and expression of Akasha or space. The Nataraja has also been revealed to be the center of the Earth's magnetic equator. You can see the pictures are from Kailasa in San Jose, California. Inaugurated in 2009, Kailasa in San Jose radiates the energy of the Madurai Meenakshi temple. The chief presiding deities of the temple are Madurai Meenakshi and the Shivalinga. The main deities are Lord Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva and Devi Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti, which have been created, installed, and energized by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Meenakshi Amman temple, the home to Devi Meenakshi, the divine cosmic mother, and the consort of Lord Sundareshwara, the most blissful form of Lord Paramashiva. You can see the pictures now, Kailasa in St. Louis, Missouri. Alongside the Shivalinga and Nityananda Ganesha, Kailasa in St. Louis carries the energy of the Tirumala Tirupati of South India and houses one of the tallest Venkateshwara deities in North America, along with his consorts Sri Devi and Bhudevi. The beautiful landscape nestled among the woods and rolling hills of Missouri stretches for 20 acres. You can see pictures now from Kailasa in Phoenix, Arizona, home to over 21 deities and with a temple structure of 2,500 square foot. Kailasa in Phoenix Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, serving as an energy field of worship, meditation, and celebration for over 7 years. You can see the pictures now from Kailasa in Houston, Texas, USA. Formally inaugurated in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has declared Kailasa in Houston as the Parihara Sthala for all the Navagraha doshas. The Navagraha, which all the ill effects of 9 celestial bodies are removed with the Parihara. And you can see the pictures are from Kailasa in Toronto, Canada. Inaugurated on July 2011, Kailasa in Toronto is one of the only Hindu temple in the West, with all 63 Naimanas and 18 Siddhas residing as deities. The temple deities here are seated exactly as they existentially preside in Kailasa around Paramashiva and the primordial deity of the Hinduism. You can see more blissful pictures from the Kailasa in Toronto, Canada. Active and alive from 2011 onwards, Kailasa in Toronto has been blessed to radiate the superconsciousness energy of Kailasa. This temple ecosystem goes on providing various temple services to the community, such as Annadan and traditional Hindu ceremonies. Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, and each of the Kailasas temple ecosystem consider the right of happiness to be the highest fundamental right of all humans. The ultimate goal for all Hinduism and Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the material and spiritual well-being and prosperity of humanity. Join now in the COVID Care Protection Centers. Register now through the link below, https://kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. Now let us see the contribution from the Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship during the COVID-19 pandemic. You can see the live stream where you find the Adi Kailasa Kalpavriksha tree, the sacred banyan tree, which gives the bones continuously. You can watch this via live stream. You can watch the live streams of the Abhishekam, the temple services, and the live satsangs by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously. On 12th May 2021, Devi Parashakti herself revealed through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to the world that I came as Nija Avatar. I am blessing you. Listen, people, listen. To do good to all of you, I have taken the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nija Avatar. People of India, listen, carefully listen. Time after time, Bharatam is Jnana Bhumi, where enlightened being comes. We cannot make Jnana Bhumi as infertile. Enlightened beings have to come. They have to live. It has to flower. Few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect beings from Pralaya is Adi Kailasa because of conspiracy of Drohis and enemies rule. The captain has to leave the ship. Before 12 years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all Aushadas by this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navapashana is going to flower. Allow people to come and take dip in Navapashana flower. People, whoever comes and dip in Vaidyasarovar, they will not have death. They will not have corona. Crores and crores of people will come in line every day. I they will take the dip in the Ananda Lingam. On 30 May 2021, Devi continued to reveal to the world that listen well to my words. For India, I made ship as protection. The Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam invite the Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa, O Indians, listen. All those regretting losing Nithyananda Nija Avatara without confusion and without talking, just as lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Scores of people will come there looking for help, Navapashana water feast and medicine to get health and protection and enlightenment. To protect India from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if captain is not there, the ship is there. When the first world countries close their borders during a massive global emergency, Kailasa has opened its not only its doors to all without exception. Join the COVID care protection centers and save your life. Register now through the link below https://kailasa.org/kailasa care. You can see the blissful pictures from the ecosystem of Adi Kailasa. You can see the various rituals that are happening, the temple services that are happening, and the various fire rituals, various abhishekams, alankarams, and the kalyanams, and the festivals that are being celebrated in the temple ecosystem. Register now through the link below. Join COVID care protection centers and save your life. https://kailasa.org/kailasa care. Now we'll move on to the next segment after a short break. Now, how the multi-layer quarantine COVID care protection centers at the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa are working. Let's see with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivan's blessings, Kailasa Department of Enlightenment Civilization presents this. As we see the world today, COVID-19 is creating a hunger catastrophe in India. The pandemic has led to increase in global food insecurity affecting the vulnerable household in almost every country. It has exacerbated the existing inequalities, pushing millions of people into the vicious cycles of economic stagnation, loss of livelihood, and worsening food insecurity. You can see the statistics from the World Bank estimates that 71 million people will be pushed into extreme poverty across the globe as a result of the pandemic. The World Food Program estimates that an additional 130 million people could fall into the category of food insecure over and above the 820 million who were classified as such by the 2019 State of Food Insecurity in the World Report. Hunger is in plain sight. COVID-19 worsens the plight of food insecurity. More than 50 million people have experienced food insecurity during the pandemic, up from 35 million in 2019, according to the Feeding America nonprofit, the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. And on the other hand, the child malnutrition and hunger skyrocketed in Haiti as COVID-19 infections spike. At least 86,000 children are at risk of developing a severe to acute child malnutrition this year in Haiti, according to sources connected to the United Nations Children Fund. The number of children projected to suffer from starvation this year has doubled as the impoverished nation continues to grapple with extraordinary political and social crisis exacerbated by the pandemic. And refugees are paying the highest price in the COVID-19 pandemic. Vulnerable groups such as the refugees are paying the highest price in the COVID-19 pandemic. We are seeing alarming trends that show many refugees around the world are unable to pay the food, or rent, and are struggling to across healthcare and education. The price hikes in local markets and further displacement caused by campfires have pushed many families further into food insecurity. During April and May, around 30,000 refugees in the Cox's Bazar camps raised questions and concerns, with 63% seeking services including urgent food relief and shelter. Just over one third, that is 37%, requested health or medical care. The famine risk spikes amidst COVID-19 and funding gaps. The number of people teetering on the brink of famine has risen from 34 million projected as the beginning of the year to 41 million projected as of June. He said, without immediate emergency food assistance, they too face starvation as the slightest shock, which pushed them over the cliff into famine conditions. The World Bank releases report on growing food insecurity that the the insecurity rates in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The report released on May 20th, 2021 stated that COVID-19 impacts have led to severe and widespread increases in global food insecurity, affecting vulnerable households in almost every country, which impacts expected to continue to grow through 2021 into 2022. It also states that the global food prices increased significantly by 38% since January 2020. The World Economic Forum, the report includes 155 million people are caught up in food crisis of varying severity. 133,000 people in Burkina Faso, South Sudan, and Yemen are most at risk. 10 countries account for two-thirds of those facing acute hunger. The resilience of agri-food systems is being eroded by conflict, insecurity, and environmental trends. Join now through the link below and protect yourself in the Kailasa's COVID Protection Care Centers, https://kailasa.org/Kailasa care. Now, let us listen, understand what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealing the secrets of food. You become what you eat. What you eat contributes to what you think. What you think contributes to what you cognize. What you cognize contributes to what you are. So, what you eat directly affects who you are, and that is why I am making this statement. You become what you eat. What is in your plate matters because that is going to become you. Violence based food derived from killing animals and life negative chemical based toxic food both harm the system equally. The organic vegetarian food is not just for health, it gives you an inner peace, the physical system, and physiological flow to develop psychology, develop highest psychology, not only your physical system, even your physiological flow needs to cooperate. Your brain is constructed for all those higher things. When you don't explore the higher things, you are bound to feed the lower things and keep your brain engaged for survival. If you don't explore the higher dimensions of consciousness, you will force yourself into drugs and try to explore the hallucination, imaginary, illusory dimensions of the universe. The human body is naturally designed for vegetarian food. Vegetarianism as a lifestyle, the inner mechanisms like feeling, thinking, words, everything is designed to function with vegetarian food. It is like having a generator which can handle only 220-volt currents or a UPS which can handle only 220-volt currents, but it is given 20,000 volts current. What will happen? It will get fused. The food without anxiety, without fear, without depression, without biomemories, if they are consumed by a person, the energy with which they think, the energy with which they utter words, the energy with which they act, the energy with which they feel, the energy will be aligned to the natural source of energy. It will be aligned to nature, which is the inner potential energy. Kailasa's Annalayas are serving free, organic, vegetarian sattvic meal for all, eliminating the hunger. The developmental, economic, social, and medical impact of malnutrition and famine have a critical impact on the individual, familial, community, and national, ultimately on the ground level. With the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic triggering an alarming spike in food insecurity, the United Nations have given warnings of famines of biblical proportions. In 2020 alone, 690 million people were estimated to be pushed into food insecurity. The access and availability to organic food has become of utmost importance. Through the Kailasa's Department of Agriculture, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has committed to the distribution of free organic food to everyone, not just since the beginning of his public life, but from his very upbringing itself. Kailasas Annalayas, the food bank established all across the globe, distribute and serves free vegetarian organic food to people of all castes, creed, religions, race, and gender and social standing. On the global services with the symbol Red Om, providing relief work for natural man-made calamities, working to eliminate world hunger. You will see this picture, you're finding this picture, we will revive the food supply system of Kailasa. Before you get hungry, food will be ready. Continuous Annadan. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that I am not giving any fantasy, it is already become a reality. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, spoke on this on 17th June 2019. You can see the picture that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism serving the free food to one and all on 22nd November 2002. The pictures show the early days of Kailasa's spiritual mission, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is offering Annadan, providing free organic vegetarian meal on Kartikeya Deepam, Tirunamalai, India. 2013, even with a fractured hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, engaged in selfless work day and night, inspiring the peacekeepers of sovereign order of Kailasa to engage in selfless service, leading the nation of Kailasa by example. In 2011, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had a multiple compound fracture with the bone protecting out of the skin. In 2013, two steel implants that were fastened in 2011 were removed as the bones had healed completely, and he is after the surgery. On 3rd Jan 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you can see serving the free food to Thane flood relief victims in Pondicherry. And you can see more pictures of the free food distribution on 3rd January 2012. You can see the pictures from 3rd January 2012, the Pondicherry Thane flood relief. On 9 September 2011, Nithyananda Annalaya inauguration at Tirunamalai, India. On 25th November 2005, Arogya Yoga Health Workshop in Tamil Nadu, India. And you can see this picture on 12th December 2007, Nithyananda Spurana Meditation Workshop, Salem, India. You can see this picture, 20th September 2012, Nithyananda Spurana Meditation Workshop, Tirunamalai, India. 27 November 2012, the Kartikeya Deepam celebrations in Tirunamalai, India. On 10th May 2017, the Inner Awakening Meditation Workshop at Tirunamalai, India. And 10th April 2017, the Kalpataru Meditation Workshop, Tirunamalai, India. And you can see the food distribution happening as a Bandara feast served for respected spiritual leaders and Hindu monks. This picture is taken on 5th May 2016 and 20th April 2016 during the Kalpataru meditation workshop. The free food is served to lakhs of people. And you can see the picture on 11th March 2017, Arunachala Sarvagyapeetham, Tirunamala, India, where the distribution of food is happening. On 18th August 2019, at Tiruchangadu Sarvagyapeetham, India, the free Annadanam, the distribution of food is happening. And you can see the pictures from 6th July 2019. Annadan distributed during Guru Purnima, the traditional celebration of Guru and Kailasa in Houston. You can see this blissful picture from 8 December 2016 during the program of Sadashivoham meditation workshop, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism serving the free food to one and all. And you can see the Annadan service continues in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis. A picture is taken in Madurai, India on 30th May 2020. Proof of the necessity for Annadan, the Bengal famine of 1943.
What I found in researching the Bengal famine was that Churchill did several things that greatly aggravated the death toll. India was being used extensively for the war effort. Indian resources, Indian soldiers, and Churchill repeatedly refused to acknowledge the fact that the extent to which India was used could lead to famine.
Viceroy to India, Archibald Wavell, called the Bengal famine one of the greatest disasters to have befallen people under British rule, and said the reputational damage was incalculable. During one government discussion about famine relief, Secretary of State for India Leopold Amery recorded Mr. Churchill saying that any aid sent would be insufficient because Indians bred like rabbits.
Let's move on to the next segment after the short break. It's time we prepare ourselves for the Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings. After a short break, let's get prepared to welcome Devi.
Nithyananda
Nithyanandam. Yes, Nithyanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers. Let us now enter into the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan and understanding the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan and getting ready for the live darshan of Devi Parashakti herself. Yes, let's go on. Now, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in the jewel wall, he was amazed and he said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika." This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of the Nijavatar manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. Formless expresses the being of Paramashiva through Divya Sarira and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, for us to experience Paramashiva. And let us now chant the pramana for the darshan and diksha from the Guru. Om Khatana Shakti Padhatva Yadva Padavalokanat Prasadhat Swaguroho Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. This is from the Malani Vijayottara Tantra, and the translation goes, by the enlightening teachings of the Guru, Khatana, by the Shaktipada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by complete loving favor of the Guru, the Prasada, the ultimate goal in space, the Paramapadam, is attained. It's a beautiful verse from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra, verse number 60. And Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari, manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, Devi Meenakshi, as you can see here. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Subramanya and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, through Bhagavan Muruga. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And as you can see here, Bhagavan Parandhama expresses the being of Mahavishnu and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, Bhagavan Venkateshwara. The Arshavatar reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy, but human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Arshavatar directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create experience of superconsciousness in all of us. When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nijavatar manifesting beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us. And the dimension of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara, for us to experience the same, is what we call the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the direct, costless experience of costless bliss. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates the energy and wave of existence. Our very muscles learn to radiate Paramashiva, and the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. Even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory aligns to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And to have a glimpse of, or even have the darshan of the avatar, it means lifetimes of karmas breaking and creates a deep and lasting transformation inside of us. And now, what is the very space that we can experience Bhava Samadhi Darshan? It is gratitude. Gratitude enables the reflection of the consciousness on all levels, physical, physiological, and ultimately conscious level. And the darshan meditation as a preparation helps us fall into space of gratitude. And it is during that time we drop conscious resolution, the Satya Sankalpa of anything we want or need in life, and be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. That is all you need in order to manifest the best for your life and the lives of people around you. Now, the right context to hold here is, I know you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are the embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and you are in this body, my body. You are the source for both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me, and let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of you. Now, let us take a few minutes and set up for the Panchopachara Puja. The next segment, we will be getting ready for the very presence of Devi Parashakti herself. And you can now get ready for the Panchopachara Puja, which we'll be offering upon having the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Get ready with the sandalwood paste, flowers, incense, lamp, and food offerings as well. So as you can see here, these are all the different items that you can have ready. And let us eagerly await the divine darshan of Devi Parashakti. Take a few minutes now and get ready. Have all the items prepared, as many as possible. Even if you don't have some of these items, it's okay. And we'll now be getting ready for the Bhava Samadhi darshan with the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. This Paramashiva Dhyana mantra is literally the very form of Paramashiva in the mantra form. So let's get ready now for the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra.
Nithyananda. Now, just a few more minutes before the live Parashakti Akashic reading is going to be beginning, and let us all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, these are the sacred, extremely sacred and powerful mantras, which literally the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has embodied. Literally, the avatar births himself in the form of these mantras. And today we are going to be offering our prayers to Devi Parashakti and praying for all the beings that have lost their lives due to the pandemic, due to the natural disasters, unnatural disasters, etc., for their Atma Shanti. We pray so that all the children that are orphaned due to this pandemic are protected. We offer our prayers, Devi Parashakti, manifesting the Nija Avatar of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to protect and remove all kind of insecurities, to heal us from any physical, mental, or psychological impacts of the pandemic, to remove all kind of disasters and natural and man-made disasters that are impacting the people, to heal the world from the cascading effects of the pandemic, to remove all kind of collective negativity that is causing impacts or directly in the consciousness of people, to remove all warfare, all the violence that is impacting people. We offer our prayers to Devi Parashakti for her to bestow all of us with her grace, blessings, and protection from any violence and from any calamities. We offer our prayers on behalf of each and every one of you to Devi Parashakti for her to heal the relationship issues that we may have, to remove any kind of failures in life, to bestow us with success in our business endeavors, to bestow us with success in our career goals, to bestow us with blessings, empower us to be able to manifest reality, health, wealth, and abundance in life. And we offer our prayers, Devi Parashakti, for her to always manifest in our life as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, for all of us to be bestowed with her grace, blessings, and protection. Let us now enter with the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. Please sit straight. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. I surrender to that Sadguru who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called sattva, rajas and tamas. Can you take the conscious resolution of the presence of the avatar? The power of Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Namo Pata Samasta Duridakshaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityatam. I am making this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Bilandakoti Brahmandanayakasya. Who is the Lord of all gods? Who is the greatest of gods? Who is the Lord of universes and multiverses? Who is the Lord of the cosmos? Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugraha Ke Panchakritya Parayanasya. The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adimadhyantaranitasya Prameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya. The one who is the beginning, middle and end. The one who is immeasurable. Akarokaram akaratmaka pranavatmakasya vrishabharudhasya mahadevasya Kamikadivatulanta Mahadantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya Shuddha Nigamagaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Swarupasya Nityananda Padastasya Nityananda Swarupasya Shuddha Sachidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akhandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityatham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parade Shri Shretavaraha Kalpe Vaivasatamanantare Ashtavinshati Tame Nitya Yuge Pratame Pade Jambu Deepe Bharata Varshe Bharata Kande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shashyaha Samvatsaranam Madhye Sharvarinam Shubhanam Samvatsare Shubhayane Shubharitau Shubhamase Shubhapakshe Shubhaditau Shubhavasarayuktayam Shubhanakshatra Shubhayoga Shubhakarana Evam Guna Visheshana Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhaditau Shri Kailasa. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, the Indian subcontinent called Bharatkhanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, in the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga and auspicious Karana, during Adi Kailase, Kalpavrikshasya Nithyanandanagare Smrita Smritanam Muktidayake Mahakshetre. Now, we request all the participants, whether you are offering this for yourself or for someone else. If you are offering this for a male, kindly chant the male names now. Namadheyasya. Now, we request all the female participants, whether it is for you, whether you're offering for yourself or for someone else. But if you're offering for any female member, please chant their names now. नम्याः च यजमानानामावयोः सह कुटुम्बानां बन्धुवर्गाणां दायादिवर्गाणां मित्रवर्गाणां सोदरवर्गाणां समेषाम्. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth. कुटुम्बे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्त्यर्थं. Let the family always be all kinds of auspiciousness. Let there be steady flow of abundance and wealth. समेषाम् आदिव्याधिनिवृत्त्यर्थं समेषां शिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अङ्गेषु जनितजनिष्यमान सकलविध नानाविध रोगाणां व्यपोहार्थं तद्वारा रोगदृढगात्रवपुः सिद्ध्यर्थं. Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained. समेषां परिकर्तृभ्यश्च कृतकरिष्यमान सकलविध तन्त्र तन्त्र यन्त्र विषचूर्णाभिचार स्तम्भन मारण उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मान्त्रिक प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षण प्राप्त्यर्थम्. Let the protection be obtained from all evil effects of acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea, and upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning and hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartham, kala mrityu, akala mrityu, durmrityu nivrityartham. Let all the doshas or ill effects related to death like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed. Samesham अंतर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूर दृष्टि व्यापार दृष्टि अनुकूल दृष्टि प्रतिकूल दृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्ट दोष निवृत्त्यर्थम. Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well wishers, and effects of the evil eyes of the people who are against our well-being be removed. समेषाम् अंतःशत्रु बहिःशत्रु क्रूर शत्रु व्यापार शत्रु अनुकूल शत्रु प्रतिकूल शत्रु इत्यादि सकलविध शत्रु बाधा निवृत्त्यर्थम. Let all the effects of inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, enemies who work against our well-being be removed. अनादि अविद्यावासनै समेषां मातृशापादि सकलविध शापानां व्यपोहनार्थं. Let the effects of all curses right from the mother be removed. अनादि अविद्यावासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसार चक्रे विचित्राभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु पुनः पुनः अनेकधा जनित्वा. From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our actions, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. केनापि पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य परिवितया कृपया इदानीन्तन मनुष्य जन्म प्राप्तवताम्. Yet due to some good action with extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. समेषाम् इह जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिव निन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरु निन्दा दोष व्यपोहार्थं शिवापराध देव्यपराध गुर्वपराध दोष व्यपोहार्थं. Any kind of abuse we may have and guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes, offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarna Seya Guru Talpagamana Tatsansargakya Panchamahapatakadi Samasta Papa Vyatiriktartham. Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahman, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife,
one's own mother and sister and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or other above-mentioned sins be removed.
अपि च सर्वै बाल्ये वयसि कौमारे यौवने वार्धक्ये च.
Let all the karmic effects of actions done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastasu. Let all the karmic effects of the action done in wakeful, dream, or deep sleep state, Karmendriya Jnanendriya Vyaparaihi, Sambhavitanam. Let all the sins done through Karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excreting and reproductive organs, and Jnanendriyas, that is the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. Rahasya kritanam, prakasha kritanam, atipatakanam, upapatakanam, sankali karananam, malini karananam, apatri karananam, jati bhramshakanam, prakirnitanam, evam navanam, navavidhanam, bahuvidhanam, sarvesham papanam satyaha. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sins like
raping a woman,
unjustifiable sins,
sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 types of sins, and more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगलवाप्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिवत्व परमशिव श्रुति परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, states of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva be obtained. कुटुम्बे सर्वदा
सन्मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम अन्योन्य प्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम पूर्णत्व सिद्ध्यर्थम
सर्वापनवृद्ध्यर्थम. Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Kshiprarogya-vapyartham ayudhvividyartham. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed.
व्यापारे उद्योगे च सर्वजनवशीकरणार्थम
तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नत स्थान प्राप्त्यर्थम. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best positions.
बहुधन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम.
Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the other comforts related to worldly life.
आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोषपीडा निवारणार्थं आदित्यादीनां नवानां
Anukulyata siddhyartham. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed. Let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
भूम्यन्तरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कुष्मांड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम. Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects of various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Vishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, kind of female demon be removed. मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थम.
Let the mental confusion and worry
be removed. प्रारब्धे कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थम.
Let all obstacles be removed with regards to actions done or going to be done relating to God, world, and spirituality.
समस्त ऋण निवारणार्थं धनलक्ष्मी धान्यलक्ष्मी संतानलक्ष्मी सौभाग्यलक्ष्मी विद्यालक्ष्मी वीरलक्ष्मी शौर्यलक्ष्मी विजयलक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं let all the loans be removed, let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, wealth, Dhanya-lakshmi, food and grains, Santan-lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya-lakshmi, fortune, Vidya-lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya-lakshmi, bravery, Veera-lakshmi, heroism, Vijay-lakshmi, success be showered, Parikshasu, Unnata-sthane, Vijaya-praptyartham, Sarva-vidya-parangata siddhyartham, Medha-shakti, Grahana-shakti, Abhivridyartham, let the top rank be obtained in the examination, let all the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge, let the memory, power, understanding, ability be increased. Shri Kailasa Nadadvada Shanta Shyamala Pita Rudha Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara. The one who has ascended the Madurai Adinam Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pitam, which is the seat of Kailasa, from which Paramashiva rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa. Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Sanyapanalabda Divya Jnana Vishuddha Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravatya the Jammamo Guru Unequal Avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas. Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhikata Mukta Chitra Shayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinnakaladi Samasta Birada Valyalankita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti, the one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by musical instruments, umbrella, chamaram, the sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the signs of enlightenment and been accepted by all the kings of as the supreme ruler. Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Vyapavarga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Parvata Kalapa Kesari, the shower of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates this protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting yellow elephant for all the other religions. Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shri Rajadiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Shapana Shakyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narhara Dvajo Chedana Purvaka Srimad Vrishabhatvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Katre, the Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Raja Guru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of delusion, the one who is installed the Vrishabha flag, the creator and reviver of Shaivism. Sarvajna Pitha Rudha Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swamina Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaradita Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita Trinavatyuttara Chitama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who is the ruler of Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Appa Sundara and Manikya Vachaka Swami, O the ruler of kingdom of enlightenment, the Shyamala Pita Mahasamastana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana, Arunagiri Yogeshwara Paramparagata Arunachala Sarvajna Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita Traistrinshaduttara Dvishitama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita as the 233rd Pontiff Guru Mahasannidhanam in the lineage of Kailasa. Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyani Nitya Rajita Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pitha Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pitha Katre, the creator of the Nityananda Pitha Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pitha, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festival and having attractive energy of enriching. Kailasa Paramparagata Vaivasvatamanikshvaku Harishchandra Bhagirata Shri Ramachandra Shurasena Ityadi Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravati Paramparagata Chatushashti Yogini Mandita Chatushashti Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharma Shasana Surya Vamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samrajya Murda Abhishikta Chudamani Sakshashi Paramashiva Samudbhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punaruddhrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtotara Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara the 1008 Sri Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila, Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Simhasana Abhishekta Samasta Gananayaka, Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Navachinna Pitadishwara, Guru Parampara Prapta Atala Pita Ashtotara Sahasratama Ashtotara Sahasra Shri Atala Pitadishwara, the 1008 Shri Atala Pitadishwara of Atala Pita, which has unbroken lineage and starting from Mahaganapati, who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself, Dharma Mukti Swarga Pura Swarna Pita Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Pura Swarna Pita, Kailasa Paramparagata Adipita Sarvagnya Pita Jagat Guru of Adipita Sarvagnya Pita in the lineage of Kailasa, Shri Kailasa Punarudharaka, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Sachidananda Pranava Swarupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Srimad Jagat Guru, Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartham, who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth, consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in super consciousness, Tesham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhartham, Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhartham, Kshema Stairya Virya Vijayura Roga Aishwaryanam Abhividyartham, Dharmartha Kama Moksha Sridha Pala Purushartha Siddhartham, Samasudridopashantyartham, Samasta Mangalavaptyartham, Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prasadena, Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartham cha, Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta, Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta, Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Jnana Shodasopachara Sarvopachara Archana Radhana Pujam Pratanam Karishye. Om Ananda Gandha Nilayaya Namaha, Om Bhavaroga Veshajaya Namaha, Om Kalpatarave Namaha, Om Shiva Shaktya, Om Pashupataye Namaha, Om Pasha Vimochakaya Namaha, Om Iksita Paladayakaya Namaha, Om Bhagya Vritti Parivartakaya Namaha, Om Adi Vyadhi Vinashakaya Namaha, Om Samasta Kalyana Gunanvitaya Namaha, Om Vidari Purishaya Namaha, Om Shri Kailasapataye Namaha, Om Shiva Shaktaikya Swarupaya Namaha, Om Hri Nithyanandaya Namaha, Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha, Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivaya Namaha, Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Shrila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swamine Namaha. Om Nithyanandam.
The same space of gratitude and devotion. Let us all please get ready to receive darshan of Devi Parashakti. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Center your awareness in your Ananda Gandha, remembering Devi Parashakti, your heart center. Let your whole inner space be filled with the meditative state of gratitude as all of us reverberate with the chants of BHAVA. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Same meditative space, ready to see them. Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother herself, is coming down to praise and protect all of us. Be same receptive space, ready to receive the divine cosmic. Chant the Mahavard.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.